Hi everyone, it is day 3 of second week where again we will learn about food culture in different countries. So let's watch it to get some more knowledge about food.
In the first section, we discussed different kinds of food from different countries. What people prefer to eat varies widely between countries. In the text, we learned about eating habits and preferences of Thais, Koreans, Japanese, Italians, British, and also the Chinese. Next, let's listen to a few students from different countries to talk about their own favorite food.
Hey Madison, what are you waiting for?
Oh, I'm not waiting for anybody. I'm just trying to decide what I want for lunch.
You know, some friends and I are going to a Korean restaurant. Would you like to join us? I'm sure you're gonna have some traditional Korean food.
Well, I don't really like spicy food very much.
Not all the dishes are spicy. They have, for example, 紫菜炒饭, and they have 大酱汤. I'm sure you will like them.
Well, thanks for inviting me, but I'd better not bother you.
Well, we can have lunch another time then.
Okay.
I'm really hungry. I want to have a pizza right now.
I don't really like pizza. It's too greasy for me.
Really? I'm crazy about pizza.
Well, I'll have something different today.
Okay, well, in that case, I will go to Ziqing cafeteria and have a pizza. So, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy your pizza.
Oh, hey Madison, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm trying to decide what I want for lunch.
Okay, what do you normally have for lunch at home?
Well, I usually have sandwiches or hamburgers, but my favorite are hot dogs.
Well, we don't have too many junk foods in China, but we have a lot of Chinese food, but it's very nutritious and delicious.
Well, do you have any suggestions? Because there are so many different kinds of Chinese food.
Well, I'm going to have rice noodles with beef. Would you like to try it?
Well, what is that?
Well, the noodles are made of rice, and then the beef is boiled and added to the soup and noodles. It's really tasty, and it's very popular in the south of China, like Guangdong province.
That sounds great. I've never had that dish before.
Okay, well, should we go to the cafeteria now and try it?
Sure.
So, how are you enjoying living in China?
I really love it, especially the Chinese culture.
Okay. How are you enjoying the food?
I don't really know much about it because there's such a wide variety.
What sort of foods do you like? Maybe I could recommend you some Chinese food.
Well, I really like chicken and beef, but I can't eat a lot of spicy food like hot pot.
Okay. Maybe you'd like foods from Shanghai or Guangzhou province. They're quite light, not too spicy, tasty, and very healthy.
That sounds really nice. At home we have a lot of junk food, so I'd really like to try that.
Okay, well I hope you enjoy trying it and the rest of your experiences in China.
I'm sure I will. Thanks for the advice.
Guys, can you believe it? It's been a month here and I really miss home.
Yeah, I'm looking at all these pictures of Melbourne. I really miss home too.
Yeah, actually, what is Melbourne like?
Melbourne. Well, for one, the coffee's really good.
What is the food culture like there?
Well, we have barbecues a lot, so I guess every weekend it would be a tradition for most families to have a barbecue out in the backyard. Usually lots of sausages, meat pies. It's very quintessential Australian. And of course, as I was mentioning about the coffee, we drink a lot of coffee.
Have you ever tried kangaroo burgers?
No, I actually haven't. I don't think that's a pretty big thing in Australia. We have normal beef burgers.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought you were all barbarians down under.
No. I think it's Angus beef is pretty popular.
Yeah.
And actually, Hungry Jack's, which is the fast food chain store, They have Angus beef burgers especially for Australia.
What are the beaches like in Australia?
Well, the beaches, Bondi Beach in Sydney is very famous. I remember a couple of years back, Paris Hilton went to Bondi Beach during her Australian trip. It's just, in the summer, there are lots and lots of people. It's completely packed. And yeah, beaches are an integral part of Australian culture. I mean, you have your barbecues and then you have your beaches.
Have you ever been to Gold Coast?
Well, I've actually never been to the Gold Coast, but I'd really like to go. They do have a lot of adventure parks over there, like Dream World, Water World, so that would be nice.
My impression of Australians in general is that they're very laid back. Is that a stereotype or is that true?
That is extremely true. I think we are some of the most laid back people in the world. I mean, that's just an assumption, but if you come to Australia, and I think you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I've actually been to Sydney and Brisbane. I've really enjoyed my trips.
Yeah, what did you think about the people?
Yeah, I thought basically I stayed with a host family in Brisbane. It was a really nice house by the coast, and I just thought that Australians in general are just really friendly, personable, and yeah, I'm a big fan.
But I think I'd really like to go one day.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll show
Awesome.
you around.
Oh, great.
In this section, we listen to several dialogues that give us information about the foods of other countries and about English words that are used to describe food. Some of the words and phrases introduced in this section are crazy about. When someone says they are crazy about something, it means they really, really like it. You can be crazy about food, sports, music, or just about anything. Another expression is sweet tooth. Having a sweet tooth means that the person really loves sugary food, like candy and cake. Heavy food. This kind of food makes your stomach feel heavy after you eat. It could be oily or greasy food, like fried food, creamy food, or have lots of meat, especially beef. Fussy eater. Another word for fussy eater is picky eater. A fussy or picky eater is someone who carefully chooses their food, and they will only eat certain things and rarely tries to eat anything new. They pick certain things to eat and refuse to eat anything else. For example, children are often picky or fussy eaters. The opposite would be an adventurous eater, which is somebody who will try anything. Here are some words and phrases that are not in the dialogue, but will also be helpful to know. Slurp. This word describes the loud sucking sound that is sometimes made when one eats soup or foods that have a lot of liquid. In some parts of the world, this sound is not implied to make, but in many Western countries, including America and England, this sound is very rude to make while eating. It is generally considered polite to eat as quietly as possible. Bland food is food that doesn't have very much flavor. Sometimes, to make food taste less bland, people will add salt or try to make it spicy. Rice is a bland food. However, if you fry the rice, then add some vegetables and some meat, it becomes quite flavorful and is no longer bland. From the previous conversations, have you learned some English expressions about inviting people to dinner or discussing food you like and dislike? Now, let's summarize the expressions that you can use to talk about food and eating habits. Okay, now, The following are expressions you can use while talking about your habits or your tastes for food. You may also practice using them in your daily life. Talking about food you like. When talking about food you like, you may use the following expressions or the following sentences or patterns. My favorite food is smoked salmon. I like it the best. Sentence 2. I'm crazy about Mexican food. 3. I like cakes, cookies, and ice cream. I really have a sweet tooth. 4. I always eat heavy food. 5. The smell of barbecue chicken usually makes my mouth water. 6. I can eat any kind of food. When talking about food you dislike, you may say, I can't stand fish, vegetables, or eggs. I'm a fuzzy eater. I don't like this soda. It tastes too sweet. I can't stand greasy food. I don't like salty food very much.
I hope you understand everything from this video. Thank you.